Hello everyone, this is Carly from the Poetry of Nice, and these are my sales updates for the last 2 weeks, 14 days from both Etsy and eBay. And this is about the second month of my Etsy shop has been up and running, so you guys can see exactly what I've been buying, what's been selling, and what my profit margins have been. So I'll let you guys know what I paid for each item, where I got it from if I can remember, and also obviously what the customer paid. And just bearing in mind that these prices do not reflect the fees that come from the website, and also at times they don't reflect shipping, although I'll let you know when I paid shipping for things. Okay, so here we go. First item today, this actually just sold yesterday, is this little guy, this little ceramic gum Parker is what he was. He was a little cat with a human face. I guess it's something that you put your gum in after you chew it. Anyway, he was a little knick-knack from the 1960s, and I bought him for 10 cents at a yard sale, and he sold yesterday for $7.95 via paid shipping. The next item is this vintage backgammon set. I got this from a thrift store actually, and I got it for $3.99, and this sold for $29.95 and via paid shipping as well. The next item are these 6 kitty cucumber hanging ornaments. They were sort of die cut out of card, and they had some really cool glitter detail to them as well. I got these for $1 for all 6 of them at a yard sale, and I sold them for $24.95 via paid shipping. Next item are these 2 really cute hot pads, like oven mitts. They're obviously Florida oranges. They were very cute from the 1970s, very retro, and I got these from an estate sale for 25 cents for the pair, and I sold them for $9.95 via paid shipping. And there was a couple of small marks on them that I worked really hard to get out, but I disclosed them, as you can see here and in my description as well, and the buyer did not mind at all. Next item is this mini kettle. It was definitely smaller than usual ones. It was like a enamel strawberry pattern on it, and I paid $4 for this at a thrift store, and I sold it for $14.95 via paid shipping. Okay, next we have this vintage accordion peg rack here. There was a little bit of damage to one of the little pegs, which I disclosed and made sure there was a photograph of as well, and actually the buyer did not mind at all. I bought this for $1, sold it for $9.95 via paid shipping. Okay, next we have these Singer Dressmakers tracing paper collection. This was actually, I believe, complete, and I got this for 99 cents at a thrift store, and I sold it for $7.95. Then there's these 2 salt and pepper shakers. They were ceramic mushrooms toadstools kind of thing. They were actually big. They were much bigger than your average salt and pepper shaker. And actually, fun story, the buyer sent me a message and told me that she was so excited because she had just finished redecorating her kitchen in an Alice in Wonderland theme. And as you can see, I put that as a keyword in my title over here, which I guess is how she found me. But I was so excited for her as well. They were going to go really nicely in her kitchen. I got them for $1.50 for the pair and sold them for $7.95. Next up is this vintage Polaroid one-step 600 land camera, and actually this one is slightly rarer than some of the other ones with this rainbow stripe and this black body here. I got it for $4 at a thrift store, and I was not able to test it even though it was visually in very good shape, so I just made sure to disclose that in my description to the buyer. Like I said, bought it for $4, sold it for $34.95 via paid shipping. Okay, next I got this at a rummage sale. I paid $1 for this, and it was this really cool scarf. It was potentially silk, but I actually disclosed down here that it appears to be a silk scarf, though it may be a blend, and made sure that they knew that. But it was really, really stunning with this kind of pineapple motif and hibiscus, very Hawaiian. I got this for $1, sold it for $9.95. And then I got this Avon Tennessee pin, like a tie tack or a lapel pin. The woman who emailed me after she bought this, she had said that she and her fiance were actually going to get married in the Great Smoky Mountains, which is not far from where I am in East Tennessee. And he was going to be wearing this on their wedding day, which was really exciting. So I'm glad that that found a nice home, and paid 50 cents for this at a yard sale, sold it for $9.95. Okay, next up is a pair of vintage 80s eyeglasses here. They were prescription lenses. I got these for 99 cents at a thrift store, and these actually went to Germany by paid shipping, and they were $22.95 they were sold for. Next up were these two plastic decorative fans. They were really pretty and really unique. You can potentially see close up in these photographs, there was like a pink ribbon running through here, as well as all this like really intricate plastic detail. And I got these for 10 cents at a rummage sale and just thought they were so strange I had to get them, and I actually sold them for $9.95 for the pair. Okay, next up is eBay. So this is eBay for the last 2 weeks as well. Okay, so this here is one of these Teach Me Time Nightlight and Talking alarm clocks. So when I actually bought this at a yard sale, I bought it for $3, and it was marked as the OK to Wake alarm clock, which actually sells for a little bit more, and that's what I thought it was. And it came with this funky like green bug face that goes on with it, and the more that I played with it, the more that I realized this was actually a totally different product. So I hope the woman meant to sell this one, and the bug face did not go with it at all. That was for the other OK to Wake, which I can only assume she had somewhere in her house. So anyway, I sold this one as it was, obviously totally working, totally tested, and in good shape as well. And I took a best offer for $18.99, and the buyer paid shipping there. And like I said, I bought it for $3. And then that bug face that I mentioned, I decided to go ahead and throw it up since I didn't know what else to do with it and didn't go with anything. And surprisingly, within 2 days, it sold to go overseas for $4.99 for just the face only. I'll be honest, I did not think that it was going to sell, but I'm glad that I tried. I made $5 on that, and that was pretty much free and just happened to come with the other piece. Okay, I sold this new seal VHS basket case, 1982 classic horror film. This sat for a little while. I got a lot of lowball offers for this, $5 here, $5 there, but I was pretty sure that someone, the right person, was going to come along and buy this, and they did just a couple of days ago for $14.99, and I paid for shipping for this, medium mail, so it cost me about $2.60, something like that, and I actually got this for $1 at a thrift store. Okay, next is the Wolfman. This one did not do as well. I took a chance on this. I actually took a best offer for $6. So I bought this for $1, took a best offer for $6, and I paid for shipping. So I made about $3 in the end on this. So I wouldn't do it again, not like the basket case one, but it was worth a try, and I learned something in the process. Okay, this I happened to find randomly at an estate sale. I got there really early. Like they said, early birds do catch the worm. And I bought this for $50. It's an iPad 2 16 gig Wi-Fi with 3G, and it was in fantastic shape. I guess the older couple that had lived there, they had really taken care of it, and it had come with like an $80 case on it. But when I took the case off to check it, their case didn't really withstand that well, so I decided to just kind of scrap that and just sell the iPad as is. There really wasn't a mark on it. It was so good. So I sold that. I actually took a best offer for $100 within the first few hours, just because it had sat there for a while before I listed it, and I was ready to move on. I doubled my money. I was pretty happy with that profit, and the person got a good deal too. They paid shipping, so my profit there was about $50. Okay, next is this Rawlings softball baseball glove. In pretty good shape. There was a little bit of wear to it, things like that. But it had a leather palm. It was a nice looking piece, and I got that for $2 at a yard sale, and I sold it for $12.99 via paid shipping. Next up, I got this for $1. This is the audio stories. This is actually the classic radio shows of Sherlock Holmes. As you can see, all 8 CDs were there. They didn't look like they had ever been touched. Worked wonderfully, and funnily enough, this had sat in my shop, and I had played with the price for a whole month while I was trying to work out what would work for me. I had even dropped it as low as $1.99 at one point, because I thought it was never going to move, and I don't know what I was thinking, but anyway, I came to my senses and put it back up, $9.99, decided to list it, forget it, and see what happens, and within the week it sold for $9.99. I paid shipping, so I made about $7 off of this. Oh, this was an amazing find as far as I'm concerned. So, at a moving sale, this big old thing just seemed to be sitting around. I had no idea what it was, but it was marked as 25 cents. So I grabbed it, threw it in the car, got home, and discovered that actually knew they retailed for about $475. Anyway, I did not get that much for it. Again, I played with the price a lot. I didn't want it sitting too long, and I probably could have got more for it if I had been patient. There's a lesson learned. But anyway, it did eventually sell with little traffic. I mean, barely anyone looked at this because it was so specific. But the right buyer came along, and they bought it from 25 cents to my sales price was $65. And I did pay for shipping, and I did this flat rate. So overall, my profit there was about $45. I got these little swimming trunks with Mickey Mouse on here from a yard sale for 10 cents. Took a best offer of $7. I paid shipping, so I ended up making about $5.50 on that. And this was a lot of Disney Princess t-shirts, as you can see. I believe there were 7 items in total, all the different Disney princesses, and they were in good shape. There's a little bit of wear here and there, but I disclosed that, made sure I took pictures of each individual shirt, and I sold them as a lot. I actually took a best offer of $15, and I did pay shipping, and so I would say these cost me between $3 and $3.50 for all of these. We'll averaged about 50 cents a piece. So there was a pretty decent profit there as well. After shipping, just less than $10, which isn't bad for just a few t-shirts. Okay, I got this for $1 at a yard sale. This had never been worn. It was brand new. I could not for the life of me work out if this was a sports team. I asked everybody I knew. I can only assume it was local. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But anyway, I sold it. Took a best offer for $10 in the end, and buyer paid shipping. I felt like that was fair. So made a profit there of $9. And this was a great find. This was one of just a whole load of vintage horse toys, little plastic toys, all little metal toys. Some of them were really old and marked as Japan, but this little set here I put up for $14.99. I paid shipping, which came to about $2.50, and the little lot that I bought that this was from actually just cost me 50 cents for a big old Ziploc bag of them. So I had 2 more lots up for this price or higher, so I'm standing to make a pretty good penny off of that little 50-cent investment. And last but not least, I got these at an estate sale, and they cost me $3.50 for the pair. They were definitely old, and they were marked here. Someone had done this themselves. This was not professional, but Korea and Bedtech Charlie. So looking into that, these are actually modeled after Korean war planes, and somebody overseas bought these. They gave me a best offer of $30, which I happily took, and I paid the standard shipping, so that cost me just a couple of dollars to the global shipping program. And so overall, in this last 2 weeks, I spent on these items $85.95, bearing in mind $50 of that is the iPad. And in total so far, I have made, and this is before fees and shipping, but those things are not too much, I have to say, $509.29. So that is a pretty good turnover of profit. Thank you guys so much for watching. Come back, watch some more haul videos, some more sales videos. Click like if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you guys so much. Bye for now.